speaking, the chair of Neumont University's Bachelor's in Software and Game Engineering degrees, sitting here with Talan Lousignont, and he's made his game for C++, where we build a small game engine and then bare minimum build Geometry Wars, but you've built an entirely, completely different experience. So why don't you go ahead and play your game?
Okay, so my game is simply titled The West. I wanted to do something different, so I made a Western theme. Somewhat, at least with the background. The main character is supposed to be a train with a cannon, hence the one-shot ammo, because cannons aren't rapid fire. So the theme is supposed to be bandits attacking you from multiples of directions, and the main mechanic I added was these three, which are supposed to be like allies or helpers in order to block off areas and try and survive. One of the features I added was, as you're dying, you basically slowly turn red after every couple hits. After a couple of hits, you start turning more and more red until you eventually turn purple once you die. It takes a bit.
So the three objects in the middle are to protect you. Oh, why'd the background change? It's nighttime?
No, that's to signify you die and you can no longer move from this point.
So can you restart playability there?
No, the restart.
It's the whole restart the game. Okay.
Yeah, the restart kind of killed me.
No, that's fine. So tell me a little bit more about the walls and the barriers in the middle.
Okay, so all the rocks are for decoration, but these this is another functionality I just need to change. But so these three are units that I originally planned to have. You would click on to select, and if you notice, it changes colors to a slightly brighter green. Mm-hmm. And I would click another area in order to have them move there. But due to the way I was grabbing the mouse, I couldn't get the logic to work correctly. So instead, I made a set of logic to drag the objects around.
If you had another 10 weeks to work on this game, where would you take it?
Honestly, if I had 10 more weeks to work on this game, I'd probably get rid of the train altogether and make more of an RTS in a Western style, where in which you're defending a town from bandits. Because I enjoy the genre of an RTS far more than I like the top-down shooter aspect. So I'd probably include being able to build buildings in certain places and also buildings in certain places and create units in order to defend strategic locations.
You've been at Neumont 5 quarters now, a little over a year. Mm-hmm. Did you know any programming before you came to Neumont?
I knew very basics, such as like JavaScript,
mm-hmm.
and even then it wasn't like incredibly in-depth.
Mm-hmm. You're doing quite well. So when you're done with Neumont in 2 years, where do you see yourself at as far as a company? You want to work for a big company, a small indie development? Do you want to do something other than games? What, you thought that far ahead?
I mainly just want to work for games, so even if it's not like a high-paying check, I'd rather be working for games than a typical software firm or something like that. For big name companies, I'd love to work for Double Fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Double Fine, they're one of my heroes currently as far as game development goes, especially with all their current games they're planning to release. And if not, I would really love to start my own indie studio.